Hi, my name is Micah Metz, and I am here with Justin and Ashley, global workers with World Gospel Mission. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Could you, in just a short couple sentences, just tell us a little bit about who you are, your family, where you're serving?
Yeah, so I'm Ashley, this is Justin Guest, and we are serving in Roatan, Honduras. We've been missionaries with World Gospel Mission for 10 years, and we have two boys, Micah and Isaiah, who are 7 and 5.
And we serve on an island here in Honduras. We used to serve on the mainland at an orphanage for a long time, and then just last year recently moved to an island on the north coast in the Caribbean, which sounds amazing, and it can be. It's very beautiful here, but then the area where we work with a group of native people who have actually originated from, well, the Caribbean, African Caribbean, and settled here, and they're very isolated from the rest of the island.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. You talk about the other side of the island. I wonder if you could expand a little bit now that everybody's experiencing quarantine and COVID-19 and all these different things. Could you expand on what that looks like for where you're ministering?
So we live on a touristy island, as you mentioned, and I'm typically before the COVID hit, I was the west side of the island, which is where all the resorts are, where everyone would go, and then the east side of the island, which is way more isolated from the west side. But the only work really on the island is tourism. That's where the main source of income comes from, and that's what fuels the rest of the economy here as well. So since COVID has hit, there's just been absolutely no jobs. Also, right now, Honduras is under absolute curfew, which means we are not allowed out of our homes except for one day every 2 weeks, and that day corresponds with the last number of our ID. And so people literally cannot work right now. And so not only is there zero tourism, and so nobody's making money, no one's allowed to go out and try to do any other work. And even when we're allowed back out, who knows when tourism is going to come back. So this community has been just absolutely devastated by the crisis.
Yeah, the only thing we can do is go to our local corner store during the day. But other than that, you're supposed to be in your house 24/7.
Wow, that's a huge blow to the people there, I'm sure. And I'd love to hear how you have been able to minister and also just provide relief for the people that are experiencing this huge change in lack of income and the inability to go out.
Yeah, it's been really neat to see God opening doors for ways to serve the locals. We were very focused before on long-term solutions, and when this hit, we had to switch to crisis mode. And so we have a crisis fund, and it's been amazing. We've been able to serve at this point 280 bags?
400.
400 bags.
Wow.
And bag supplies a family of 6 for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And each bag's about $15 each.
Yeah, so we've been able to provide food instantly for many families. One of the other exciting things is that we're helping get a local fishing boat working again, fixing the motor, and then they can go out and fish. And they've already gone once and brought back thousands of fish that they're able to go and give to the people in town or sell them for a very small fee just to help cover the gas so that they can continue doing that.
So our ministry has always been about equipping and empowering locals to be able to do the work. And that's what Ashley mentioned before, and we're very long-term focused on what can we do so that you all are self-sufficient in the future. And when the crisis hit, like she said, we've moved into crisis mode, but our philosophy hasn't changed. It's been amazing to work with local groups, and we're not putting our name out there or getting on the news or anything. We're trying to get them empowered through the situation and say, what does your community need right now? We have some funds. And then we get them, we purchase the materials, but they're receiving it, they're bagging it, they're handing it out.
They're even looking for the best places to purchase it, to be able to help those small businesses and to get the best prices on it. So they've really just taken it and run off with it and are coordinating it so well. And I think it's really helping them feel great about all that they're able to do for the community.
Absolutely. And then also we've just been, to answer your question, we've been busier than ever, busier than before with 2 kids at home, and then also working on this relief fund. The response has been pretty good, and so we've been even looking at fixing certain sectors of the community that are without water. So as pipes break during this crisis, nobody has money to fix them. And there's entire sectors of this community that have no running water right now. We're talking up on a hill. They have to climb down the hill with their big barrels to fill up water, and it's a whole day job. And so using these crisis funds, we're able to provide them with new pipes to get them water again.
Wow. Wow. That's eye-opening. I had no idea that type of thing was going on. And you think about, I don't know what that looks like, but if you have to spend a whole day getting water and you get a day every 2 weeks, then you're probably going to have to break the law just to get the water you need.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, and that's risky and scary and just for basic essentials. But it's really cool how you are equipping the community to be able to provide for themselves and giving them the tools and resources to do that. I think in the long run, as the pandemic slows and COVID-19 goes away, that's going to strengthen the community greatly, and give people potential to be leaders in the community. So it's really cool that that's the approach you're taking. And I think hopefully supporters jump on that, and there'll be a link in this video description where you can give if you'd like to give. And like they said, $15 per bag, and that feeds a family for a week, you said? Yeah,
that's for a week.
That's a big bang for your buck and a lot of help for people that really need it. I was wondering, as we close this time together, if you could mention a few specific prayer requests that people can be praying for.
Wisdom for how to best use the funds that are coming in, how to be able to use them to make the greatest impact, because we realize that bags of food are what a lot of people need right now, but we also want something that's going to provide more long term, and not just here's this, but in 7 days you'll be without again. So wisdom for how to best use them.
Provisions. Right now, these people are 100% dependent on outside groups to help them. The government is not sending food or supplementary income or anything. They can't earn an income right now. They can't even get to the real grocery store. They can only go to the corner store and get dry food. So provisions, without them, these people will die. I mean, so anything that people can give, please just pray that we're able to receive those.
And just for spirits, lifted spirits, because
energy and strength to be able to make it through this time.
Yeah, because it's hard being inside, doing so much inside. We want to be out and be with people, and just for encouragement.
Hopefully a lot of people can relate, even though some of them can binge watch and these different things. That feeling of being trapped, I think, is kind of universal with quarantine. And even though there's different extremes, hopefully people know how to better pray for you now. And I am excited for the possibility of what's to come, for what you guys are doing there and how people can be helped and how God can work. So thank you so much for joining me and sharing with us, and just thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.